And we're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Academia Porta Temporea. By the way, the only way I can remember Academia Porta Temporea is if I look at the name. It's an amazing name, but good gosh, how is everybody doing? It is. How are we all doing today?
Doing okay.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Okay, we got double thumbs up. I like it. So we'll once again jump right on in, except we won't jump right on in. We're going to jump right on into our dear friend, Morn. So Morn, last time we met, you had just... Was it Morn who kicked the door open? I think it was Morn.
Yeah.
Yep, that sounds about right.
You ran, you heard the screaming, you ran, and you kicked the door open to see Rachel, the Black Mage Professor, tinkering with some kind of like alchemical potion, and she's like, "Oh, how are you doing?" Pretty quickly on, it turned into like a potential battle, into kind of a weird study session, with Uo taking notes. Even Trogheim was taking notes. And you got very bored and were like, this could be dark because we're in a cave, but it's not dark enough because there's too many lights. I'll go again. And you just left.
That sounds about right.
And you communed with the darkness as you're like wont to do. At some point you came back and you heard your friends talking about hanging out with Peter again. And going on a secret Peter mission.
This is what happens when I wander off.
Exactly. Yeah. You are the voice of reason, so...
It's just terrifying if you think about it.
And so you communed with the darkness, and at some point the sun came up and you went to the class you thought you were supposed to be going to, which was the Paladin Professor class, by the Paladin Professor whose name is Flaz. You went there and he was like, they left with Peter to do something. And as the voice of reason that you were like, I need to go and protect them because they cannot protect themselves. So you got the teleportation, essentially like the coordinates, that you thought they were, but when you put it in, you teleported into an inn. You notice two things about this inn. One, you are freezing. Even as like a bunny person with all the fur, you are frigid right now. And two, I would like you to make me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Ooh. So perceptive.
You are perceptive. Do you remember in our very first session, you fought some people from another school?
Yes.
There was like they each had like a specific type of uniform with a specific emblem, and you notice around this inn bar area, that emblem is prominently displayed.
Okay.
And
it's cold, like it's cold
in. Really cold, like inside. There are multiple fires around.
Yeah.
There are like two patrons already just like huddled around the fire, like trying to get some warmth. Yeah. What will you do?
So my group isn't with me then, right? I'm here alone.
Nope. You were told by Flaz that you would teleport to where they are, but when you teleport here,
wasn't okay.
No one's there.
And there's how many people are in the tavern?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Do they like are they dressed for the weather?
They are dressed
Like
for
do
the
they look
cold.
like they fit in?
Yeah.
Are
They are
any
all
of them wearing that symbol? Like that signet from that school or like anything that would identify them as being related to it in some way?
Yes, there are. So can you see the tab right now?
Nope. Come on, Astro. You can do it.
There are
Yes. Oh, very nice.
4 in the
Wow.
back corner, kind of sitting around talking.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they seem to have if you can look underneath their fur coats or whatever, one of them
Yep.
turns, you see they are wearing the symbol of that school.
Okay. And so just so I'm clear what's going on here. So they went on another extra credit mission with Peter, and I'm trying to catch up to them.
Yep.
Like that's my goal right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess I will approach the ones by the fire.
Okay.
And Morn does not have very good social skills, so he'll actually approach them way too quickly. Like just kind of like speed up and be like standing like right in their personal space right behind him.
And the one kind of looks back and kind of flinches as there is a man with a large sword just standing right behind him.
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing? Would you like to sit down and get some warmth? You look like you're slightly underdressed for this weather.
No, I'm fine. So he's gonna try to I'm not cold. I'm totally fine, even though he's like visibly like shaking. He's try to keep his cool. He's gonna inquire is to describe his friends, which stand out in a crowd, right?
Yeah,
They're pretty
I'd say so.
obvious group, and ask if they've seen them at all.
And the patient's like, I mean, I've been here all morning and I haven't seen anyone who matches your description come in here.
Hmm. And are these folks wearing that symbol from that school?
No.
No. Would
After
we
about,
more know exactly where we are right now?
actually,
Like-
Morn might give me a history or nature check because Morn isn't big on people, but Morn spent a lot of time in the wilderness, so you might.
Yeah. Just waiting for my character sheet to do its thing. Ooh, that's not my good category. Ooh.
You're no.
No clue.
No.
Okay.
But as you're trying to figure out where am I, the door flies open and you see Trogheim burst in, shivering, way more than you're shivering, sees the fire behind you and runs past you, doesn't even acknowledge you, and goes right to the fire and just starts to
There might be some gaping wounds pretty obvious on her as
Oh.
well.
and around those gaping wounds, the edges of the skin is frostbitten,
Nice.
followed fairly quickly by Astrid and Cool.
Okay. Peter's not with them.
Nope.
Morn's gonna kind of poke Trogheim. Not too gently. They're just like, hey,
Morn,
what are you guys
hi.
doing?
It's so cold.
Follow Peter again?
And as you say that, you hear a very familiar scream.
Scream.
And that's where we ended last time.
Okay.
So, Trogheim is almost dead and frostbitten. Astrid and Uo. I think Astrid is out of first level spells for sure.
Sorry, that was my phone going off with tiki room noises. Okay. Sorry, continue.
And Uo, I don't know how many spells you have left. And Peter is now screaming, or like one big scream from the direction he was going.
So he's like run into the tavern screaming.
Oh no, like you haven't seen him yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Gotcha.
Do you want to go see why he's making that noise?
Okay, sorry. I suppose. See
You
that?
might
Don't.
actually,
If
you
you
might
guys
pick up
move-
that she's a little irritated with Peter. Like that
Ah.
that fawning sound in her voice
Yeah.
isn't
It's
there.
not, yeah.
Okay. Morn approves. All right. Okay. We could go check it out. Why is it so cold? Why weren't we prepared for this?
Well, you look at your friends, and they all have very big, burly coats.
Or what's left
Oh.
of them.
True.
Okay. Okay. And Morn's just wearing his.
Like normal.
I'm like imagining him in like a leather tank top. Is like I can't get that out of my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, let's go investigate. What attacked you guys? Why are you bleeding?
So stupid fairy.
And you look at Celine, who like turns her back to you and walks off.
The rabbit?
Yep. And Astrid's like, you're not the stupid fairy, Celine.
Yeah,
It's the other one.
Said a stupid fairy, not you. You're an amazing laser bunny.
And then she
Laser
comes
bunny.
running back.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So Peter brought you here to go fight
Kind
the
of.
fairy in the snowy, cold place.
Peter almost got me killed. He had
Yeah.
no idea where we
Yeah.
were going.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Morn's got a big fat I told you so, just
Right.
waiting. Okay.
Is Uo in the room with us, or is...
Yeah, Uwo and Astrid followed
Okay.
after you did.
As annoyed with Peter as I am a little concerned why he's screaming. However, I don't want to die from this cold. So,
Which is still affecting
Right.
you.
so I'm just like gonna hang out next to the fire and look at everyone. Just be like, "Can you go find out why he's making that annoying noise?"
Okay. You're not gonna come with? You're just gonna stay here?
I'll be out in just a second. I see
All
a
right,
puppers.
Morn.
Mhm.
Behind Lindsay, I see a puppers. Sorry.
There is the puppers. Oh yeah, look at him. He's like right in the corner too. Hi, Cody. Oh, they're looking at me. They're looking at me. I'm famous. He looks so small too, because it's a distance, right? So for what I'm probably gonna need a coat or something to not get frostbite. Is that a fair assumption for me to make, or should I, based on how cold they are?
So no. So this, to use it in Fahrenheit terms, is probably like 18, like between like 5 and 18 degrees. Like it is very cold, but not like step outside instantly frostbite. In fact, like Trondheim is the only one that's almost dying. Both Astrid and Uwo
Okay.
cold are fine.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, All right, let's go check it out, I guess.
So you
It's
go
gonna
outside, and you see Peter in the stable. He is on the ground, clutching his stomach, just kind of rolling around.
Does he look like physically injured, like someone attacked him?
You don't see anyone else in there, at least not from your vantage point, like right outside. But he is looking like he's either his stomach hurts because like someone like hit him there, or he ate something really bad.
Okay, Morin's gonna go up and kind of not like kick him hard, but give him a little like with his foot. What are you doing? Why'd you bring my friends here again?
Why'd you kick me? And once you're inside the stable, you see like a couple of horses and a Elizen, or like essentially an elf woman, just sitting down on some hay.
Okay. Do they react to me when I walk in?
She looks up when you kind of like give him a slightly powerful nudge with your feet. But other than that, she just like starts looking down again.
And
Uo,
Morin is
where
not
are
very
you,
good
by the way?
socially.
I'm with Morn,
Okay.
but quietly observing.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Peter,
Morin isn't very good with the social skills, so he'll just look at the other folks and be like, "Who are you?"
she'll look up and be like, "Are you the students that he brought?" And Peter will
I
like
brought
jump up.
myself.
Peter will jump up like, yes, yes. I mean, yes. These are my mentees, not my mentors. They're my mentees, and I brought them on this very secret mission. And then like the woman gets up and he flinches again, but she doesn't attack him. She just like moves like one of the bales of hay to reveal this
Mhm.
like hidden enclave that has a few like items in there. She's like,
What
well,
sort of items?
Hmm?
What sort of items?
It's kind of hard to tell from where you are. Like she's almost purposefully standing in front to like block your path, your like vision. You do see there are a few bags, like satchel, very small like satchels, like what you would have like seeds in. Um, there's this like glowing thing, like a purplish glow, pinkish purplish. You do think you see like some kind of armor or something.
Ooh.
Um, but yeah, and she's like, "Well, all right. I think this is what you came for." And she reaches down and picks up one of the seed bags and gives it to Peter. When she makes the motion of extending her arm, Peter flinches yet again, and then he looks around and is like, "Yes, thank you." And he takes the seed bag.
Is there any like markings on the seed bag?
Nope, there are no markings on the seed bag. Although, give me a perception check. Or
Perception.
yeah, perception would be better for you. Just do perception.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll say that's good enough. This bag looks very familiar to the coffee beans.
Interesting.
And so Peter like furrows it away and is like, "What about the other items that we talked about?" And the woman's like, "Well, do you have my money?" And Peter starts to pat himself down. It's like, I don't
Mm.
I don't have. Do you, and he turns to you all. Do you have money I could borrow? I definitely pay you back. I mean, like I as soon as we get back, I would begin the process of paying you back. It's worth it.
Mm. Morn is gonna kind of just ignore Peter and turn to her and just say, "Why does he owe you money?"
Well, one, he owes me money for the coffee beans. Those are not easy to come across here. Two, he apparently wanted to give, and Peter's gonna be like, no, 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 and she's gonna like slap Peter away, and like he wanted to give you all gifts, but I don't run a charity here, so if he wants to give you gifts, he needs to give me money for it.
What kind of gifts do you have that he was looking to purchase?
And once again, Peter like jumps in front of,
We can.
and she like pushes him away, and it's like, you're the Dark Knight, and she goes down and like pulls out another bag, very similar to the coffee beans, and she like opens it up and like, no, this is not the one. And she gets the second one, and it's like, this is the one. She gives it to you, and do you open it?
Yeah. Oh.
You see, 3 peppers.
Like a vegetable.
Yeah, vegetable.
Morn's gonna be like, "What is this? What are these? What's this about?"
Those they're just like really really good peppers, very painful peppers. They have been known to if you're someone who likes to commune with the darkness, they make it easier for you to do so in battle.
Oh, are these magic peppers? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Not so much magic as really spicy.
Oh, okay. Morn gonna kind of hand them back. Yes, he's not interested.
It's peppers.
He's not interested. I think he was hoping to see like a fancy like sword or something shiny, you know.
Yeah, no, this is just like
Yeah.
they're like orangish peppers, but no,
Yeah.
just peppers.
Yeah, no.
Maybe
yeah,
if they were
Morn's gonna
black
kinda-
peppers like more in
That's
soul.
right.
Yeah, no,
That's
they're not even
right.
black. They're like
Yeah.
red
no.
and like orangish and
Oh, too colorful. Yeah, that's not shiny. Yeah. Yeah, Morn will hand it back and say, "No, thanks. No,
Sure.
thank you."
and she'll take and be like, suit yourself. And then she looks around and she sees Uo and she's like, you are the astrologian, right?
Uwe will tilt his head over to the side, look unassuming.
She pulls out a card. Like the same type of card you use. Except there is no image on the front. At least like no perceptible image. You feel like there's something there, but you just can't see it yet.
She has his attention.
Like, this card is a very powerful card and has allowed many an astrologian to become more effective in battle, but it does have a downside.
There is always balance in the will of fate. This is true.
And she kind of like hands it out to you.
He'll take it.
Oh yeah, here it is. Oh
And she
my
says,
god.
excellent.
$500.
And where's the gun breaker?
Way too much.
And Peter stands up and is like, she's she's tired. She needed a break. It's fine. And so then the elfin woman takes these 3 like pinkish purple crystals and hands them to Peter and says, "You should give those to her. I think she should be able to make use of them." And she's like, "Well, that's all the human attention I can handle for one day. So you all need to get out. You're bothering my horses."
Uo quietly leaves and heads back.
And
to
Morn
the,
will follow.
And then as Peter follows, she's like, "Oh, and Peter, you owe me for those items. Don't try to run away." Peter walks away with his head down. All right. While that was happening, what is Astrid and Trogheim doing?
I mean, I have no idea what Astrid's doing.
Astrid is
But-
like making sure you don't die, essentially.
Yeah, I'm making sure I don't die as well.
Okay.
Once I can feel my body again and stop vibrating, I'll still probably just stay inside, but some warm food sounds good.
Okay. Give me a perception check, by the way.
Sure, what could go wrong,
Absolutely nothing.
right? 20.
Nice.
I'll waste those rolls at some point.
Oh, by the way, let me move.
Someone said that they
There we go. So you hear the people behind you in the corner. They're talking about Porta Finis.
Blue though.
You recognize that name. That is the school of the people who tried to kill you.
Yeah.
And you can't hear everything, but you do hear they're plotting something violent.
Does it sound like they're plotting something against this school or for this school?
For their school.
Someone needs to expose yourself.
Huh. Hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna order some food,
Mm-hmm.
and when it comes, if I feel like I'm like mobile enough, I'm gonna go sit down at their table.
No, you don't see it mobile. You start to like feel the mobility returning.
Yeah.
But the second you get out of the heat radius of the fire,
Yeah.
you feel that cold like seeping into your body again.
Okay.
You're still fighting that off.
All right. Then I'll sit down and like next to the fire and keep an eye on them. So what am I eating? Is it? Does it have like bones, or does it have like gristle or something I can like flick
It has bones, yes.
in that direction?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh.
You recognize this meat, and you realize that this stew, you should not let Astrid see it, and you should definitely not let Morn see it.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'll eat it quickly.
And as you're eating, Uo, Morn, and Peter walk in.
Oh wave.
Peter walks up to you and just kind of like slaps you on your back and is like, "Well, I see. See, you're fine. I don't know what you were complaining about. By the way, I have a gift for you, something I bought with my own money because you are my mentee. And I want you to do a good job."
Thanks.
And he hands you 3 crystals.
I think Uo would be better to give those to. I'm not really the crystal kind of lady.
I mean, she said to give it to you.
She?
So, yeah, my 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 secret dark alley connection. Yeah.
I'm gonna look over at Morn and Uo quizzically.
Morn's just kind of standing there with his arms crossed, like.
Uo is engrossed in his card.
Give me
So
our Arcana check, Uwo.
$18.
This is a very powerful card, but also very risky. You get the feeling that it has the ability to not only double the power of your like draw ability, but it can also like fully negate it. You'd have to attune to it to find exactly what it does.
Right. I'll look over at Trogheim. And, she crystals a chance.
Sorry, I missed part of your audio. What did you say?
He looks over at Trogheim and tells her to give crystals a chance.
What am I supposed to do with it?
I don't know. Perhaps they are.
I'll take them.
Give me-
Usable as ammunition.
They do have a shockingly similar shape to your ammunition. I mean, they're very crystals, but like they may actually fit in the barrel.
And I feel like you're gonna have me do a check right there.
Yeah, do an Arcana or a just intelligence check. See
It's
if
the same number.
um
5.
ammunition is made of metal.
Yeah.
This is not metal.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I'm gonna put them in my pocket, and later I can set them like next to my bed. Maybe like shine some lights through them to make pretty colors or something. I'm not gonna worry about it right now.
Yeah,
It's cold.
That's fair. It is cold. And Peter didn't get anything else from that woman. Spear's like, well, I'm gonna. I think we've done what we need to do. I'm gonna go and get us a room. So like, I'll get my own room, and then you four, because you're used to like sharing rooms. You four can have a room, right? I'll pay for it, of course. You don't have to worry about that. And we'll leave tomorrow.
I'm just gonna sleep right here. I'm gonna like try and figure out how to just like lay down next to the fireplace.
Oh, speaking of which, let's see if they notice you. They probably don't. Nah, you're good.
So Peter heads off.
Yeah, Peter heads off to just book the rooms.
Morn. Uo. And I'm gonna like gesture with my head towards the Are they students, do I think? Or are they like the people who were talking about planning something violent?
You got a 20, right? On your
Yeah.
perception? Yeah. You would guess they're students.
Okay. I'm pretty sure those are students of that stupid school. And I think they're planning something bad.
Have you spoken to them?
That was the
No,
max. That was
no,
the max. At
I'm
my
not.
school,
I'm not getting any further away from the fire than this.
very low.
Yeah, I noticed them as well. They look like they're up to no good. I say we go jump them. Let's lure them outside and jump them.
Can you bring him over here? Because I don't want to move any further away from the fire than this. And really, I'm not feeling all that great. Maybe we should jump them tomorrow.
Yeah, you are. You've had a rough.
Yeah, or jump them over there, and I'll help from over here.
Do you need healing or something? What's going on with you?
I mean,
Are you so more cold than us? What's your problem?
there was this, and I'll glance at Celine. There was this strange. What do they call with the wings? It was a fairy. It was a fairy.
Yeah.
And you'd think, a little fairy wouldn't be that hard to fight, but you would be wrong.
I'm gonna do it in lights. Explaining the lights.
Okay. I guess we don't have to jump them today. Mortal look kind of disappointed.
I just killed it.
But maybe we could try and figure out what they're doing. Like if we kind of listen in.
Oh, okay, they self-reported.
Mortal kind of stretch one of his ears really obviously, like this.
in their general direction.
Yeah.
As you're doing that, Peter comes back and gives you like, all right, I have your room key, and hands it to you.
Continue with my ear in one hand and take the key.
It's like, now,
He's trying to be sneaky.
now I would just so you know, there's only one bed in there. So maybe you all can share, like 2 hours in bed and then 6 hours on the floor. You all can figure it out. I'm going to sleep because it's been a long day.
This looks good to me right here, and I just kind of like sit down next to the fire.
Okay. Astrid, mostly because the Astrid's pilot is not here, is going to go to bed.
Sounds fair, I guess. Morin looks concerned about Trogheim's general state.
Mhm.
He gets very protective, right?
Yes.
So is there like a chair by the fire or something?
Yes. Yeah, like 10 feet away, but you could just like pull that up.
Yep, I'll pull that up.
No, they're nailed to the floor.
Yes.
No!
Stop these chair thieves.
Yep. Yeah, so I'll sleep down here. I'll keep an eye on you.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Oh, okay. Good night.
And Uwo, what is Uwo doing?
Uwo was, I guess, gonna go to the other two and pop a squat.
Imposter.
Say, I believe there is a term. I think it is called a slumber party.
Yay, slumber party.
Are you gonna have a slumber?
Hang out here by the fire.
Okay. So we have
So no one wants the room.
no one wants a room. Astrid gets the room all to herself. You will all stay down here. Uwo, are you? I'm assuming you're going to attune tonight to that card.
Most definitely.
Okay. So when you attune, the card has two things. Like when you use the draw action, you can pop the card into those 6 cards that you draw. And then instead of rolling a d6, you'd roll a d8. 1 through 6 remain the same. If you roll an 8, you essentially get to choose 2 draws to happen at the same time.
Oh.
If you roll a 7, you get to choose 2 draws and the inverse happens. So instead of giving a munition, you would take it away, that sort of thing.
Oh. Ooh. Playing with fire, I like it.
Yeah, and of course, like that's only if you choose to put it in. Like you can just like I'm doing the normal draw, and you'll be fine.
Uo folds the card into his deck, but reserve that draw
for when it and then I assume Trondheim is just going sleepy time.
Yeah, as much as she wants to know what's going on over there, she's also, frozen.
Yeah.
So
That's fair. That's fair. And Morn, are you putting more of your efforts into protecting or eavesdropping?
Mostly eavesdropping.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you like stretch. Holy crap.
Wow! Look at those ears.
This is not the first time you've had to eavesdrop with your ears. You know the technique. So you hear a few things. One, the area, the town, the city where their school is, Porta Temporea, it is not doing great. Specifically, its production of food. They don't talk about why the production of food is, but like they have been actually like already start to like serve food, and they start to do these like draconian methods in order to make sure that they can distribute foods. You also hear that they're planning another attack on your school. This time it is happening during the Tarask hunt.
Well then, my sympathy for their food plight has instantly vanished after that second bit of intel. Trondheim is asleep at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Uo, Uo, are you awake?
Yeah, Uo's awake. He's been staring at this card like unblinkingly for a while.
Okay. Morn will relay what he heard to Uo, trying his best to be sneaky, so he'll kind of like put his ears like this to try to like
cone it.
Yeah. It probably ends up just being really awkward looking, but he does his best.
Does it look like the other students are gonna be there for a little bit?
So at this point of the night, actually let me get Uo here because Uo is not here. So at this point, the vast majority of the patrons are gone. They are the last ones. But considering what time of night it is, like you assume either they live like very close, or they're staying in the inn, and they're probably leaving soon just because it's been last call already. People already start to clean up.
Do I think that I might have 10 minutes before they leave?
Maybe that might be pushing it.
Uo is going to begin to prepare the ritual augury through drawing a spread of cards. He's going to look over at Morn and tell him that it would be prudent not to engage until we find out if it's prudent.
Morn will kind of sigh Ah, I want to jump them. It looks like they're going to leave soon. Maybe we should just go ask them firmly with physical measures what their plans are.
We can strike a deal. If I'm not complete with this reading, perhaps you could distract them until I am finished.
I could do that. How long do you need them occupied for?
About 10 minutes.
Mm. Okay.
So-
Oh, go ahead, Chess. I have all sorts of things about the rolling, but go.
Keep going. Keep going.
So what are they like? Are they drinking as they're talking? Like, what are they doing?
They were drinking and eating. They haven't ordered anything for a while. From your eavesdropping, they are planning to leave soon, but it's one of those situations where like they've been planning to leave for the last hour and they just haven't left yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So they've they've already paid their tab, but like everyone else is gone. Like they are, other than you all, they're the last people in the tavern.
Okay. All right. Morn will walk up to them and
Mhm.
offer to buy them whatever drink. I'm assuming ale or something, like whatever they're consuming. Offer to
Mhm.
buy them all a drink. He'll do it very aggressively, kind of like slap his hand down, and be like, "I want to buy you a drink, all of you."
They'll look up. Give me a charisma check first. Let's
Ooh.
see.
Let's see. Actually, I have pretty good charisma. Let's see if I click the right thing. Did I click the right thing?
Yeah. Dang. One is rolling well today.
We're doing good. Yeah.
So the one to your left like looks up with this kind of like angry grimace and then looks at you and is like, I like your style. Barkeep, one more round. I promise it won't be very long. And
All
the ale
right.
starts, and he pulls up a chair for you.
All right. Awesome. Morn will take a seat and he'll get himself an ale and like, do you want to hear the tales of my people?
And the same one who pulled up a chair is like, are all your people as imposing as you?
No, they are not.
Then I would like to hear your tale.
Oh no. Okay. So Morn is going to deliberately try to stretch out this story, like his story, as much as possible by focusing on insignificant small details. So he'll like go back to like his birth. Oh, there was the day that I was born, and on that day, the moon was low and it was dark. And then he'll
Give me
just kind of continue.
another charisma check because like you could make this like super amazing using your magic as like, and then the darkness. Psh, or
Right.
it could just be like horrifically.
Rambling.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's
Ooh,
pretty boring.
no.
But
Okay.
so let's see how long you can keep them busy. We're just gonna roll 1d20, and that's the number of minutes. 6 minutes.
Oh.
And they're like, that's been great, but we should really get going. We have an early morning tomorrow. It's nice to meet. What was your name?
Morn is all of a sudden not sure if he should give his real name. Steve.
Steve. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Do you have to go so soon? You want to arm wrestle?
Well, unfortunately, I've been drinking a lot tonight. I don't think it would be. But are you staying at the inn?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Then I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, what time?
Well, we have to do some stuff in the morning, but we'll come back around noon for lunch probably.
What are you doing in the morning? Can I come?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. We have some classes at school, so I'm shocked I
Oh.
haven't seen you there. You would definitely fit in.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been, independent study.
Gotcha. That's
And
impressive. Well,
the nighttime hours.
nighttime go. I was gonna have you do a persuasion check, but nighttime and all you talk about darkness, it fits. Yeah. If you ever change your mind, we can probably get you in. Actually,
Oh.
and he sits back down and is like, if you really want to get in, we could kind of let you in on a secret. And one of the other ones is like, no, don't say anything. It's like, no, it's fine. Like, he'd be great. Like, look at him. We have we're planning something, and if you were to be part of it, like, you would get in like instantly.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be great. I'm always looking to expand my darkness in the daytime.
Porta Finis is the place for you. So how about to thank you for the ale, you come back tomorrow around noon, and we'll buy you lunch, and we'll kind of like chat about something.
Okay. Man, fantastic. And then we can arm wrestle then.
Yes, we
Arm
will
trying
definitely
so hard.
We'll definitely arm wrestle then.
Okay.
Well, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. That took another 1 minute.
I love the fact that Morn's like go-to is like, let's arm wrestle.
And they all leave, and the patron who was like, don't invite him, as it passes, looks at Uo and is like, hey kid, it's too late, you should get to sleep.
Uo is feverishly like slamming down cards and flipping cards and turning cards and laying out this huge spread of images, and he kind of waves his hand over at the person. He's like, I don't have time. Hold on.
And then the person just kind of like leaves.
15 degrees.
Morn
15
realizes-
degrees.
It's so cold. Well, Morn is proud of his socializing to the point he's almost like, they want me to come join that school.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. I mean, he's kind of like,
Gonna ditch
So
these
flattered.
losers and go to a good school.
bye, curveball.
So you go back to Uo, who is just now finishing his card reading.
I'm asking the cards. If we jump them, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
If you jump them now?
Yeah, I think it's within the next 30 minutes.
Okay. Whoa.
He sweeps his cards back into a neat pile and looks at Moore and says, we should not engage.
Well, they're going to buy me lunch tomorrow, so I agree. I'd like to be bought lunch.
That's probably where the wool came from. If you jump them, they're not giving you a free lunch.
They're buying you lunch?
Oh yeah, they're gonna invite me to come hang out with them on some project. It'll get me into the school, and then he'll kind of back up. I mean, not that I want that, it was just nice for them to offer to include me.
I think that you should have lunch with them.
Yes,
This is a very good idea.
I agree. Warren's just like, and he's led a pretty lonely life, So for people to like him and want to include him, he's flattered, despite the darkness that he.
Because the darkness isn't your companion, but it's hard to converse with the darkness.
That's right. Yeah, so I could have lunch with them and then find out what their plot is.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're planning against the school, then I can be a spy on the inside.
Could be internal. I like it.
Yes.
Are we all sleeping now?
Yeah, Morn will do that in the chair by the fire.
Gotcha.
I'll-
Okay. So
I'll hold
then,
the watch.
okay. Well then, let's take us a quick break right now, and do a break thing.
Okay. We're back.
The night, there were some dreams as to be had. Uo, when you do your watch, it's pretty quiet. You do hear people like come down the steps, and essentially go do like a midnight raiding of the kitchen. There's like fruits you can take as part of staying at this inn, but nothing really happens while you are awake. While you sleep, though, you have. Give me a Arcana check for you.
Arcana.
In fact, I need both you and Trogheim to make Arcana checks.
That's a 15.
16.
Oh my
Look at
god.
Trogheim. You dream of the stars, which is what you always dream about. But this time there is something almost not destructive with your magic, but uncontrolled with your magic. As you cast magic, you feel the stars being eaten away. Not intentionally destroyed as you want to do. Trogheim, you dream of a gunblade.
Yeah, I mean, surprise.
Once again,
right.
Surprise to no one. But this is a different gunblade. Like this gunblade, like you lift it up and it feels very light. It also doesn't have the sharp part, the blade of the gunblade.
Okay.
But at least in the dream, you feel very confident that it is sharper than any gunblade you've ever created, bought, used.
Gotcha. But I still say in my dream, but where's the slashy part?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you don't see the slashy part.
Yeah.
But for some reason, you're confident that it is slashier than any gunblade you've ever used.
Huh. Okay.
And you all wake up to Peter handing out thermoses of coffees. All right, gang. Congratulations. You've done your next extra credit. I bet you Paladin Flaz is going to be so impressed by everything you've done.
Why'd you have to start off with coffee? I was mad at Peter, but now I'm like, oh, Peter. Thanks for the coffee.
And it's even better than it usually is. Like, now that you've had this coffee, you realize that while the other coffee was good, there was a slight staleness to it, but these seem to be very fresh.
I'm going to have to move here. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, that probably.
Lauren's going off to the other school.
You're going to be here for coffee. Yeah.
There goes the show.
So you're like, all right. Well, why don't you get Astrid, and then I've already called Paladin Flaz, and he's going to come here and teleport us back.
Awesome. So what were we doing for the extra credit?
Oh, we got this bag. Oh, this super important bag.
That was the extra credit?
Well,
that was like the easiest assignment ever.
Only because you all are so incredible. Most students can't do this. They can't handle the rigors of acquiring the proper gear. They don't think things through, right? They don't. Once they're in the cold, they're like, I can't do this, because when you're an adventurer, you have to deal with whatever's happening. They won't know how to deal with discerning salespeople, because and then he looks around. She's really angry.
Are those other students around, or are they not here?
They're not here yet.
Okay, then I won't like look puffed up at them. Look at how awesome we are. I wasn't awake for the other conversation, so I'm ready to go when you are, Peter.
All right.
That's actually a really good point. Trondheim, have an opportunity to learn some valuable information about potential complication.
What kind of complications?
We're not entirely sure.
Well, it sounds like we have a lot to learn then.
What exactly did they say, Morn?
They're gonna buy me lunch. They're planning a plot. They're plotting a plan. Some plotting
That makes sense.
against our school.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Against our school. That's cool.
Are you talking about those like Nimrods that were sitting at the table last night?
Yeah. And then I bought them some ale, and then they said they'd buy me lunch, and then I could be a part of the plot, and they could get me into the school.
That's
I'm just gonna
genius.
find out the plot. Yeah, after lunch.
Sorry, Peter, we can't go back yet. We've got to do lunch here.
But Flaz is. I mean, no, don't worry about it. Yeah, that you're doing extra credit. I like that. I'll go call Flaz, and he walks off, and then as he walks off, he comes back and is like, and he looks to Morn and Uo. If you see that woman, and she comes looking for me, tell her I left already. God. And then he sneaks off. So what are you gonna do for the next 5-ish hours?
Go back to bed now.
It's like, all right, I'm tired.
I'll just go sleep for 5 hours and speed up the process till lunch. Have you folks explored the area aside from following Peter around and getting attacked by a fairy?
Not really. I mean, the ferry was quite a ways away, because it took us an hour to get here?
2 hours.
2 hours? So I have no recollection of where this inn even is. Like, are we in a town? All I was doing was shivering, and I'm pretty sure I almost died, so maybe we could go outside and check it out.
Good idea.
Yeah, you are in a town. From what you remember, it seemed like a very small town. Like, you're pretty sure the school is not here. It also seemed fairly run down. But yeah. Astrid is still asleep, but Celine got bored and is now following you all.
So the other school is like nearby. Is that what you're saying? We're in that part of the country? City?
So you would know this. The other school is on a completely different continent.
Gotcha.
It's essentially like a Harvard versus an Oxford, like two big schools, but vastly different geographical locations.
Gotcha.
If it is nearby, that means you're in a different country right now.
Okay.
Or not a different continent. Like, you are way farther than any place you've ever gone.
Well, it makes sense because there's all that snow and cold and fairies that freeze you to death.
Right. Also, give me an intelligence check.
Why do you keep making me do those?
It's fun. 15. See, you're doing great. Also, you tend to, if you are a student of Porta Temporea, you tend to stay in that continent because that's where they have, for lack of a better word, jurisdiction.
Yeah.
It is rare that you go to another continent.
Well, I mean, that's why it's extra credit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that would probably make this kind of exciting for us then, right? Like we'd want to explore
Right.
since we don't. Yeah, so let's
Yeah,
go
you don't.
explore. Yeah.
Get some
Like, do they got shop?
souvenirs, right?
Yeah, let's go shopping. Like, go get some cool weapons or a coat, perhaps.
Coat,
For
yeah, a
you,
coat would be good.
Oh, weapons.
coat. Yeah.
Maybe they have different gun blades here. Like the one in my
Oh,
dream. Yeah, let's go shopping.
Gotcha. So, you walk outside and you're used to your like alleyway of stores, and it is massive. Each store is like huge. It's essentially like Fifth Avenue. Like you have all the options you'll ever want. You don't know where Porta Fenice is, and you don't know where their Fifth Avenue is. But if they have one, it is not this town. Like you definitely see small buildings that have the sign that has like a sword and a shield on it.
Yeah.
But it is small, made of wood. Many of them have holes.
I'm not sure we're gonna find what we want to here, but let's go look anyway.
Go on an adventure.
All right. So,
We see people like milling about.
yeah.
I'm gonna go up to one of them and be like, "Where's the store?"
So let me see, just so I can know. Blah 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 blah. So you run up to a little girl, and she's like, "Oh wow, I've never seen a bunny before. Not one that's not in my soup anyway." And she starts like petting your fur.
Oh no! Oh no! Morn will kind of like put his hand on her forehead and push her back like this.
And then she
I
starts
am
like,
not a bunny.
"But you have the bunny ear." And my mommy said that bunnies have the ears.
Right
Not a
before she
bunny.
chops him off.
I'm a warrior. Well, I would also like to eat you for breakfast, little girl. Well, kind of like growl at her.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage. Yeah. That's so she was like very interested in like petting your like what would have been your like quadriceps, and then she like starts petting your like forearms, and then you say that she's like Ma! It's just books it.
Or it's going to look kind of pleased with himself and then realize he still doesn't know where the shop is. What a rude kid.
Yeah, and she was way too like scrawny to want to eat either.
Yeah, she did not have much. She wouldn't have made a good stew. What about Uo and Trogheim?
I mean, Trogheim was watching this whole thing with complete entertainment because that was awesome. But once the child runs away screaming, I mean, trying to figure out where the stores are and stuff again, since obviously she's not going to show us where it's at.
She's not. No. Give me a investigation check.
Bloop.
So after looking around, like stores are pretty obvious. You don't really have to look for them because they want you to find them. And all these buildings kind of look the same, but then it makes sense. It's super cold outside, so the stores are probably underground. And what's the easiest place to like get underground? The inn. You probably have to go into the basement of the inn for all the stores.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Uo, would you like to find some of these stores?
Yeah, Uo is actually going to draw a card and give himself guidance as he looks for stores. Investigation.
Yep. Mm.
Or
Maybe there may be like a different language that you're not picking up, but you're having a hard time like you have found a few stores, but you can't really choose what stores. You just go into random houses, and sometimes they're stores, sometimes they're just like houses. Uh,
This town
you,
kind of
fou-
sucks.
you found an
like
armor store.
one of the houses that we wind up stumbling into. Could we talk to the people who live there?
You can, but you do see a little girl who is like clutching her mom's leg as you walk into their house uninvited.
Should we find?
Her mom's like, "Excuse me, may I help you?"
Yes, I am lost.
What are you trying to find?
I'm trying to find the market. Is there a market?
There is no market here. Some houses have been converted into stores.
Is there a general way of being able to tell which houses are houses and which houses are stores?
Yes, live here.
Uh, um, hmm. How, is there perhaps a someone who would be able to be hired as a guide?
We don't have a lot of tourists, and so we don't really have guides. Maybe someone at the inn can help you. Now, if you'll leave, apparently a demon bunny threatened to eat my daughter.
Oh, oh. Well, I can assure you, there is no such thing as demon bunnies.
By the way,
The
as you're having this conversation, where is Morn?
I would think in traditional Morn style, he'd be peering in the window.
Which means all I need is a perception check over 10. So
Like Donnie Darko style.
as you're explaining this, the daughter just screams and runs away, saying there's a demon buddy. And the mom's like, "Can you please leave? Carla, come
very,
back!"
very, very sorry, very sorry. No, I'll scurry out of the house.
She started it.
So you could probably find a guide at the inn, or you can just kind of like hope you get lucky. Like you know where the armor is, because that was one of the shops you like went into.
What do you guys think?
I'm not really sure there's gonna be anything here I want to buy. Like they don't even seem to have souvenirs. There's no like coffee
Seems-
cups with like their town name on it or anything. So
No postcards.
Apparently, they don't receive
I
many
mean-
visitors.
their postcard is just
Oh.
like white with a dot. I visited here.
Sure.
Here. I mean, do we get the impression this is a pretty like poor town? Like, does everybody look real,
Yeah,
poverty
everybody looks.
stricken, or are they just
Yeah, and it actually brings into call what your like new friends were talking about last night. This almost the continent is going through a massive drought. And because this isn't one of the affluent places, they are probably being hit hard with like food restrictions, being forced to send their food to like bigger towns, bigger cities.
Well, that's kind of sad. All right. I mean, we could just go open every door until we find something.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's more in the idea.
I wouldn't mind going back and eating. Like, dinner wasn't, I don't remember exactly. Dinner wasn't the best meal I've ever had, but it was still warm.
We could go eat and then wait for the other students.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way back and you sit down. Astrid's there having breakfast, and you all sit and chat. Every once in a while, Peter kind of like pokes his head out to see if you all are ready to leave, and then asks if that woman has come in looking for him. And then he like goes back and hides again. About 11:37.
Right around there.
Right around there. 11:37 and 26 seconds, maybe.
Okay.
Those 4 students come in, very dirty. Like they have been doing some kind of work, not like studying in a nice, clean facility. And they come in and they look around and they're like, "Oh, there's our friend Steve. Steve, come on over. We promised you lunch and we will deliver."
Who's Steve?
I know Morn almost forgets for a minute. He gave them the name Steve and looks confused, and he remembers lunch. So he'll
Steve, are those your
deliver.
friends?
Yeah, yes they are. Yes they are. But we can just have lunch. They don't have to come. But they're cool.
That one can definitely be helpful, and they point to Trogheim.
Yeah, they're cool. They're real
that
cool,
child. Man. I don't think we should
he does
have.
some like witch stuff. He does some like witch stuff with cards and things.
He's a witch. Okay, yeah. You could bring the witch
Yeah.
too. And what about her? And Astrid's like, I'm useless, and she goes back to her room. Well, yeah, bring your friends.
Yeah. He'll look at you and be like, "You're a witch."
You're a witch.
Uo is going to accept that as a new identification.
So you all sit down around the table, and they are like, "We'll have whatever our friends want. Like, let's just pile around and eat and be merry."
Trogheim will sit down. She's having a hard time being merry because these guys suck. But she's just remaining quiet.
Right, like I can't. If I say anything, it'll be bad.
Right.
So I just won't say anything. By the way, where are your crystals?
In a bag somewhere.
On your person or like?
Well, yeah, because I didn't use the room, so I would assume they'd have to be on me.
Okay.
She wouldn't have just like left them by the fireplace
somewhere.
So, yeah.
Okay, so then the first like 30 minutes, they're just kind of like chatting and having fun. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's great to take a break." And then at some point, they're like, "Okay." One of them says, "Maybe we should start talking business. We have to get back pretty soon." And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's true." And so they look to the de facto leader, Morn. Or should I say Steve? They say, "Steve, you notice how rundown this town is, right?"
Yeah, I couldn't even find a place to go shopping.
Neither could we. Oh my!
What's up with that?
Yeah, we finally figured out what happened, but more importantly, we know how to fix it. So, Porta Temporea, have you heard of them?
No, what's that?
It's this school that apparently the past 10 years or so became very popular, very powerful. And it was around that time that we started having issues of our own. And we know that they're responsible. We have lots of like proof we don't need to go into right now, but we need to stop them if we want to be okay here.
So you think that this school that you speak of is stealing the food from here?
We think they're stealing the magical abilities that our school used to control. And now because we don't have it, it's very difficult to grow
Oh.
food in this environment, but we discovered a way to do it, and then they took that, and now we can't use it at all.
So what does your stupid school teach then? I mean,
Lauren's like,
because if you don't have, well, you know what I mean, right? Right? Hey, yeah.
Give me.
very smooth.
I don't even know what that would be. Straight up persuasion check. I mean, charisma check.
This will be great.
You got this. 10. Let me just. Worked out. So we understand your frustration, but our school is teaching us to be citizens of the world. We don't just learn how to fight, but we learn how to help people.
That's weird because I heard this rumor that your students were on that other continent that I can't think of the name of right now and tried to hurt students that were over there. How does that help the world?
Give me a deception check. So they look at you, they're like, what? What makes you say that?
Well,
Who told you this rumor?
I read it somewhere. I know it's surprising. I can read.
Oh, maybe he heard it from that guy. Remember that guy
16.
that was in the
Who
inn?
draws a card?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna give a guidance to Trogheim.
Okay. They're like, no, we don't remember that guy, and we definitely don't remember that being common knowledge. Are you sure you're not part of our school? Actually,
Just to verify before I say anything. There's no
Yeah.
internet or anything, right?
No.
Okay, so I can't be like I googled it. Right. Well, rumors and stuff. They're like things that are heard a lot.
What else did you hear about this rumor? Like, how did this rumored attack go?
I totally heard that we, being us here at the table, our school, totally kicked their butts.
I heard this. I heard this also. It was a rumor of pride at how skillful we are. In the school, skillful. Yes, and it was a great moment of victory. Yes. Morn's like continuing to eat because he's worried he's going to miss his free lunch.
Yeah,
now.
victory! Victory! Drinks are on me! Woo!
Woo! Yeah!
Either Morn or Trogheim, make a deception check with a guidance. Well, if it's Trogheim with guidance.
Yeah, I'll do the guidance one.
Yeah.
Did you say a disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay. And then D4, is that right?
Yep.
Pew!
8.
8.
So they look to you more, and they're like, come to think of it, I haven't actually ever seen any Vieira living in this part of the mountains. Where are you
I can
from?
tell you why. I can tell you why you don't see Vieira around here. You want to know why? I'll tell you why right now. I'll tell you why right now. Right now. And he's kind of because he's trying to buy himself some time. Right now, I'm going to tell you. Right now, that he's going to say it's because people eat rabbits. I was just walking around. This little girl tried to eat me. There's a lot of racism and prejudice against the Vieira. It would be race. Yeah, race. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a
So
deception check with advantage on that.
In the meantime, I'm gonna like go up and get drinks and like bring him down and set him down while Warren's talking.
And you see them like very accusatory, and then she's not wrong. Or he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all.
Go.
It's like, okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry, but we really didn't think anyone knew about that. What we wanted to do, to answer your question, what we wanted to do was scare away the new students. If they don't have any students, they would be forced to stop, and then we could regain the ability to grow food. We do have we have lots of projects, lots of ideas. Some involve stopping Porta Temporea. Some involve summoning of mass creatures. But we
Have you? I know this is going to be
Does
weird.
it seem like
Go for it. No, go for it.
Does it? I mean, do I get the sense that they really believe what they're saying? You know what I mean about like the school taking resources for them, or can I get like an insight into that? Like, it's one thing if they really do think that this is a thing, right? Versus if they're using it as like
an excuse to just be assholes.
Right. Yeah. I think there's.
You get the feeling that once you are done with the free lunch, you'll be able to have a much better. But like, free lunch comes first.
Yeah.
And now there's free ale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah. Okay.
So after they kind of calm down, they start explaining like some of their other plans. But the plan they want you to help with, you would have to pose as Porta Temporea students. I don't know if you know, but they're so arrogant over there. They make an event out of hunting a Tarrasque.
Well, that's just stupid and completely not exciting at all.
No, it's not really. But we figure what we can do if we can inhibit or make it seem like they are too weak, or these are arrogant events, and they can lose confidence from the populace. They'll be forced to stop, and we'll be able to take back some of the magic that they stole from us.
Huh. I mean, I'm just first year student, so.
Wait, you're a first year student?
That's my hope.
So is Millie.
Yeah.
And Millie's like, oh, what classes have you been taking?
I haven't been to one yet, which isn't too far from an actual lie. So I'm just. It's such a long way to the school.
How have you not been able to take?
Because I have to walk uphill both ways, and so.
Wait, you walk to? It's not on a hill.
But the way where my house is downhill from it, both ways.
there's no hill. We're actually in a valley.
I think she's talking about the hill that she walks to on the way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
but
if-
wait, why don't you live on the dorms with us?
I can't afford it.
But it's free.
What?
Oh, it
Didn't
is?
Didn't they? I can't believe they dropped it. I'm so sorry. Maybe
Oh.
we shouldn't talk about this right now. Maybe we should focus on like getting you in the dorm. You've missed so much already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I let's head on back. Like we'll go to the cave and we'll teleport back to the school.
Wait,
Oh.
you could teleport? I didn't have to walk this whole time?
Yeah. And then I'll call the administration and we'll get you set up in the dorms right away.
Well, but we have this very important thing to do here first, right? And
But remember,
do you want to get the magic back, or do you want me to not have to walk uphill both ways? What's more important to you?
I think if we get you in the school, it'll be easier to get the magic back because clearly you all are will be proficient. You'll be so helpful. We have Steve here, and you look very
Yeah.
intimidating, and the witch.
It's true. So, about this pretending to be Porta Temporea students, how would that work?
Oh, don't worry about that. We have people on the inside who can get us teleportation keys and
Wow, that's
like
so
uniform.
advanced.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
This is not a new plan. This
Wow.
is just it's coming to fruition now. But we do need more people.
Oh,
Well, we
so
should.
do they have do they know the teacher people? Like, are those the inside people? You know what I mean? Like how I'm just so impressed. I just find this so impressive that you have such access.
Well, it's hard to get in contact with them. I don't know what positions they hold now, but there are like 2 or 3 that have been there for going on a decade at this point.
How fantastic. That is great news.
So again, like I was saying, I'm new to the learning thing, but have you tried talking with them?
Those assholes.
Yeah.
We tried talking, and they didn't want to talk. Why would they give us something they have?
Yeah, why? They suck.
But it won't matter because this is their last chance. If they don't stop this time, we're going to unleash our new weapons.
Yeah, is that us?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't be shocked because like you haven't been to class, and Steve hasn't been enrolled yet. And what about the witch? Like you can't be enrolled because like we don't have any witch classes. Are you like a black mage witch? Is that what it is?
Yes, I am a black mage.
So then you're also in school.
Yes. In school.
But why haven't I seen you in black mage classes?
Because he's very short.
Yes.
Roll a deception check with disadvantage.
Which one of us?
Whoever.
Go for it, Uo.
Shown. Oh, that's a 7.
That's a 7. So they look at you and it's like, no, seriously, why haven't I seen you in class?
I have not been in class.
It could be that he was working with me on that independent study of the darkness. Remember how I told you about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was collaborating with me because of his witchy dark manner.
Interesting. I didn't know you could do that as so early. But I guess, if you come in as a witch, then you need different training. Okay.
Right. Yes.
Very
Well,
specialized training. Yeah.
well then how about we get you all set up in like the dorms and stuff. And then you can like start taking classes.
That sounds fantastic. I actually have to go to the restroom. Trogheim or the witch, one of you, will you come with me? My ear is kind of tangled. I could use some help.
What,
I also
to the bathroom?
the,
You want me to
the
hold it
mystical
for
arts
you?
of-
What? I think I'm just gonna wait here. That's awkward.
Warren will kind of look at Uo and try to be like,
Who will go to tend to the ear problem? He's trained. He's trained in these sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
okay, Uo, what if we go and we continue spying? What do you think? They're like gonna bring us through their their circle. We could find out all the things.
And you hear from an adjacent stall, "Who are you spying on?" And then
Okay.
Peter's head pops out. What were we spying on?
Oh wait,
Okay. But don't tell that woman I'm in here.
2 months later, they're
Who
gonna
was
find a
gonna-
skeleton of Peter just hiding in the
Just like-
bathroom.
Who was going to spend a second spell slot to cast augury? He's going to pull his cards out, draw a quick hand, see if this is a good idea, like if this is going to lead to certain doom.
Mm,
Go enroll into this school.
you get the unsatisfying answer of wheel and woe.
He gives Morns a very long look. Says, the stars sometimes don't always point north. Sometimes you have to sail into the squall to truly appreciate the will of fate. We might learn a great deal if we were to pursue this path.
is that a yes?
Perhaps we should
More
tell
clearly.
Perhaps we should tell Trogheim her decide.
Okay. They're like right there.
So before they come back,
More
Trogheim has a very important question for these fellows.
Yes.
How is
no.
the coffee at the school?
So, I've never had coffee. Coffee actually
What?
takes a lot of water to grow properly. We can't grow it here anymore.
Oh, Targuide's never gonna go now.
Hang on a sec, and I'm gonna go and get that thermos of coffee that Peter gave me,
Yeah.
and then bring it back and just give it to him.
I'm gonna need you to roll me a d20, and if it's 14 or lower, you have drank all that coffee.
That is highly likely. So Oh, 15.
You saved just enough, yeah. And so they're like, "Oh, I've read about this. It's like a haste spell, but in a drink."
It is completely like that.
And he drinks it, and odds are evens.
Odd.
You see him look to spit it out, but like swallows it.
You get it? Yeah, just walk through it for the first time. It's okay. It'll happen. Yeah. Let it flow through you. Yep.
I don't like coffee.
Well, I'm gonna go make sure my friend is peeing okay. I'll be back.
Okay. We'll once you're back, we'll head to the school.
Okay.
And you go into the bathroom. And then Peter pops his head out. Hey, Dragon.
Hey, Peter, what are you doing in here?
This is where the sending stones get the best reception. Are y'all ready to go yet?
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So when can we leave?
We can leave right now. Yeah, like just let me know, and I'll call Flats.
Well, wait a minute. I mean, Uo said something about a fortune road to fate that we should go, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Uo says stuff like that a lot. And I'm gonna look at Uo.
It is a potential way to navigate, but it also can lead to shipwrecks and other natural disasters that may befall a person, and I can't say whether or not that will come to pass.
So should we stay or should we go now?
Peter is gonna see this silence and be like, I think we should go.
Because if we stay, there could be trouble.
I was just about
But if we go,
I mean,
could be double. I don't know.
I think it'd be kind of cool to see the inside of things, because like what if, I mean, I don't want to be a disloyalist or anything, but they seem like they believe.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw this out there. They have no magic, which, but they have no darkness. They have no coffee. They have no coffee. They don't have water to make coffee. I don't even know if they know what a gunblade is, but I didn't want to, freak them out by taking mine out.
We could go spy and then leave quickly.
Just do, a walkthrough and then...
Yeah. Like a little Snoopy, Snoopy Snoop. Because they want to send us back to be spies anyways, right?
Right. But what if they try and make us go to class here? We are not going to get extra credit for that.
I don't think the credits will transfer.
Right.
This is true. I don't know, guys.
What would Uso say?
What would Uso say?
You're not holding that right. Don't do it that way. You should do it like this. That's what Uso would say. At least that's all she's said to me so far. What about one of your teachers? What would they do?
I'm trying to think if Morn has even worked closely with any of his teachers yet. I don't think so.
Really, no.
Maybe that's why he's freestyling over here.
He's just kind of like winging it.
Yeah, like let's go on an adventure, right? But Morn votes that we should go for it and just live blindly and walk to the
Just see
darkness.
what happens.
And just
Yeah, always watch the darkness.
So that's Morn's vote, but he will do what the group, votes. That's what he votes.
Well,
I mean, if Morn is walking blindly into the tides of fate, then surely that is the most appropriate path to take. Because I think the stars align with this. So Uo will follow Morn into this unknown.
okay. Peter,
Yes.
we're gonna go pretend to be students at this other school. Can you go back and tell Flaz that we're going to pretend to be students at this other school and see if you can get us some more extra credit?
I can't go back without you.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
God.
just go back.
God. Oh, God.
Just go back and let him know, because I don't want to like be counted for not attending.
So Peter freaks out, and then he just like stops freaking out. He's like, I have an idea. I know what I'll do. I will escort you to the other school.
No,
So that we can all go
No.
back together.
no.
And
No.
What did I just say, Peter? What did I just say?
you see Peter like start like squishing his face.
Peter, why are you doing that? Oh my god!
And after about 60 seconds, he looks like a Rogadin, like a male Rogadin. Like, oh, all right then, let's go. And that's where
what?
we'll end for the day.
What the hell just happened?
And how are we going to explain we found this thing in the bathroom?
Right? Yeah, I went in there and took a crap, and there it was.
No.
Oh man.
Oh my, this has taken a turn. I like it.
I have no idea if that was that should have been made, but
Right?
it's like,
We shall find out.
You were always going to head to Porta Finis at some point, I think. Like,
okay.
it was always there, and now you'll have a chance to see all these assholes who tried to kill you when you first started,
It's
before you
true.
even knew each other.
Yeah.
Back when we were level 1.
And
Yeah.
now you're level 8.
17 seconds.
Alrighty, so then let's do the introduction, starting with John.
My name is John.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
I'm a nerd, and I play a lot of D&D. And you can follow me on Instagram and my adventures of making whiskey 8 or 9.
Yay. John, every time you say it, I feel like you're starting off at Alcoholics Anonymous or something. Hi. My name is John, and I'm a nerd.
True. The first step is affirmation.
Is it a 12-step program, or is it like a D12 program? So like,
It's a D12.
okay, so you can actually finish it sooner?
Maybe. You just have to roll the dice and see what happens.
All right, let's jump to Lindsay.
I am Lindsay, giant nerd. I feel like I say that every time. Like, hi, I'm a giant nerd. I teach writing at the university level, and then I also write about Disney on a Disney travel blog. And I have a very loud child that's been playing Among Us in the background this whole time, so I apologize for that.
Yay.
Yay. And let's go to the owner of the channel.
Who was trying to figure out what that voice was through like the first half of the show. I'm like, well, who is that? What's going on? So I'm Jeremy Hochhalter. I am, like Chaz said, the operator of this here Twitch channel. We do this on Wednesdays at, what time did we start? 3:30 Eastern. And on Fridays, you can join John and Chaz and I on the Curiosity Cache, which is a Scarred Lands D&D 5th edition actual play. That is at 4:30 Eastern. Oh, I publish stuff. I did have a recent book come out on Slarian Vault, which is the Scarred Lands community content program, called Visual Watch Dromios, which I will share the link to in chat, and I'll put up on the show notes on YouTube. It is the Minotaur home city, so if you like playing Minotaurs and you want something cool to do, go pick that up. Yay!
Yay! And then me, I am Chaz, the DM. I study like video games and storytelling and music, specifically RPGs, usually JRPGs. They have amazing music, and Final Fantasy XIV has amazing music, and this is a Final Fantasy XIV actual play.
Yay!
I also play on Monday in Travis Legs with Jeremy. Was it Scarred Lands, A Family Affair?
Yeah.
Although last Monday we took a week off and did Aeon, is it?
Trinity Aeon. That was
Trinity
pretty
Aeon.
sweet.
Yeah, that was fun. I liked
Yeah.
that. And so yeah, please join us next week where we take our first steps into Porta Finis.
Woohoo.
Maybe we'll like kill everyone there. Maybe we'll find a new home.
It's true.
Maybe we don't know what's going to happen. So stay tuned, and we'll talk with you later.
Bye.
Bye.